Now we'll look at expanding quadratics, and this is using the method called FOIL. If we look at quadratics, it's the same. It's using the distributive law, but you can see in this case that there are two lots of brackets instead of something being outside of brackets. FOIL is actually an acronym, and FOIL stands for first, outer or outside, then inner or inside, and then last. So in this case, this is what we do with these terms. We expand by multiplying the first terms together, that's the F. Then we do the outer terms, so the two outside ones, that's the O. Then the I stands for inside, so the two on the inside. And then the L stands for last, so the last two terms. Then we're able to expand our quadratic. Generally, just about every quadratic you'll also have to simplify because it'll generally result in some like terms. So I'd like to use an example with numbers first to prove that this actually works. So in this case, 97 times by 51. Let's turn that into a quadratic, and we're going to use this 97 in the first brackets and 51 in the second brackets. And we're going to go to numbers that are really, really close. We're going to round. So 97 is near 100, and 97 is actually 100. Take away 3. Correct? In the other bracket, 51 is near 50. So I'm just going to say it's equal to 50 plus 1. So it's sort of like using the split strategy. Let's use our FOIL technique. So we'll multiply the first together. So 100 times 50 is equal to 5,000. Then it's O. So I should write FOIL up here so we don't forget the outer terms. So 100 times by 1 is equal to 100. Then the inside, remember it is a negative, so negative 3 times by 50 is equal to negative 150. And then the last one is, so the L for the last, negative 3 times by 1. So it is take away 3. If we go and then work that out, 5,000 plus 100 is 5,100. Take away 150. Take 3. So 5,100 take away 150 is going to be equal to 4,950. So then 4,950 take away 3 is 4,947. If you go and check that answer on a calculator, you'll find that 97 times by 51 is equal to 4,947. Now let's try it using some algebraic values. Let's now expand and solve these two quadratics using the FOIL technique. Let's start with the first one. First, x times x is equal to x squared. Outside, x times 5 is positive 5x. Inside, 2 times x is positive 2x. And last, 2 times 5 is 10. All positives. You can see then, as I explained before, we do have some like terms. So 5x and 2x are like terms, so we can simplify this a bit further. X squared, 5x and 2x is 7x plus 10. So a general quadratic equation, a straightforward quadratic equation, will have 3 parts like this. You can see the one on the right-hand side has some coefficients, so some numbers in front of the letter. Should be no different. So, first, 2m times by 4m. So 2 times 4 is 8, and m times by m is m squared. Sorry, m squared. I'll try and get rid of that. Should be m squared. Outside, 2m times by 8 is, 2 times 8 is 16, so it's 16m. Inside, negative 3 times 4m, so negative 3 times 4 is negative 12, so it's negative 12m. And then the last one, negative 3 times 8 is negative 24. Excuse the small negative sign. Then yet again, you'll see that we have some like terms, 16m minus 12m. So 16m minus 12m is going to be 4m. So it's going to be 8m squared plus 4m, stays in the positive, minus 24. Let's take a look at one final equation. A little bit more tricky, same process applies. First, let's write FOIL up here. Positive 2x times by negative 3x. So 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. X times by x is x squared. So 2x times by negative 3x is negative 6x squared. The outside terms, 2x times by negative 4 is negative 8x. Then we move into the inside terms. So negative 6 times by negative 3x. So negative times a negative in this case is a positive. So negative 6 times by negative 3 is positive 18. Is going to give us positive 18x. And same things with the last terms. Negative 6 times by negative 4 is positive 24. You can see yet again that we have some like terms. So be careful with these two. But negative 8x plus 18x gets us 8 to get to back to 0, and then another 10 is going to give us, those two combined is going to give us 10x in the positive. So our final answer is going to be negative 6x squared plus 10x, combining those two like terms, take away 24. The keys to remember with quadratics is the FOIL technique. So first, outside, inside, last. And also, as always, with algebra and expanding equations, be mindful which are like terms. Be mindful which are our positive and negatives and what we need to do with positive and negative operations. And also be mindful with multiplying letters and make sure that you are not adding them, and make sure that you are following the right process. So x times x is x squared, not 2x, etc. And the same applies when you are simplifying. Make sure the terms are like. Good luck.